Good evening. I'd like to welcome the golf team, and this is only about half of our golf team, and let alone the girls program will be up here. We did become quite the story this year. We had about 70 golfers in our program between the boys and girls. I'll talk a little bit about that, but yeah, it's a lot of golfers. I'd like to, Coach O'Brien said, I'd like to thank a lot of people, our school administration, allowing us to keep 70 golfers. I'd like to thank Mr. Bolivar, who I'll talk about later on, but went above and beyond a couple times this year for us, and it's appreciated. Same thing everyone else said. Miss Kegel, she's phenomenal in what she does. It's easy just to say it that way. Anything you need, she'll do for you. When Mr. Bolivar's in a meeting or at something else, you can go through her and schedule things, and she crosses every I or T and dots every I, and we appreciate it. Actually, for the first time in 10 years, I have to thank our trainer, Miss P. Usually we don't ever need a trainer, but this year we had 2 injuries. Now, they happened at soccer, and from a football guy, I was like, come on, bro, really, soccer, you can get hurt? But we had a wrist injury and an ankle injury, and actually had to go to the trainer. And I was like, wow. So it was a weird dynamic, but it wasn't for, it was, that's what it said, they got hurt in soccer. I was like, I thought they got up when they flopped, but they didn't. I guess they were really hurt. So I'd like to thank Ms. P. I'd also like to thank the guy that keeps me coaching. We've been together since '01. I try to quit every year, but he keeps making me come back, and that's Les Berry, who's our head women's coach. Yes. And he was nice enough to talk about when some of the girls were starting out, and he would teach them this, and he said Coach Collins would teach that. They know I'm not teaching that. And the funny thing about it is, I don't know how much coaching I do, but I do manage. And to manage 70 kids without any issues, so I'm the manager, he's the coach. I'd also like to thank my wife, who is not here, and she doesn't really know many people in the community, so she'll probably never hear this, but being a coach's wife is really hard. I always joke with her, and on top of that, we have a farm, and she covers so much ground during golf season. This year, we were about to tee off at Blue Heron. It's 7:30 in the morning. I get a text, WTF, dude, look at the ring camera. And I look at the ring camera, and there's my wife and my 10-year-old rounding up our cows that are loose in the front yard. So I responded, good luck, and I thought you gave up cursing for Lent. But she allows me to coach, and her and Coach Berry keep me at it. So appreciate her also. For the golf team, 4 years, we won the division now for 3 straight years. I talked in another thing. I've been involved in Shock since 2000. I went here in the 90s. We've had a lot of good golfers, a lot of good golf teams. This is the most successful golf class we've had, the class of 2026. You can see just by looking at the patches on the wall and sectional titles, and we had an individual sectional champ, numerous county championships. These kids have done it all. Their resume speaks for themselves. There's 4 kids that I'll talk about off the bat, and that's Anthony Seepers, Mike Nelson, Seth Fisher, and Jackson Weber. All 4 of them were first team all conference. They are 4 names that I could pencil in without a doubt for the last 3 years and know that we're going to be in that they were going to be in the 40s, and that's a lot, and that means a lot to a coach. And I appreciate them more than they know. And actually, for the first time in 10 years, I just got a coach's gift. So it's nice. They got me a beautiful hat. Usually, we do everything together, but at the end of the year, the girls only give Coach Berry a coach's gift. So I'm just like, what the heck? I do the same stuff he does, I just don't go to your matches. Forget it, now they got it covered, girls, so whatever. But no, I appreciate those kids. Also, the other seniors, we had a number of seniors that came out for the first time this year. Again, if you're running a program, it's not ideal, but these kids came out, they were never a problem. They played golf when they could play, they were in matches when they could play. All of them can play varsity golf. And I really appreciate that, and that's Dylan Sheehan, Chase Bolivar, Hunter Dragata, I'm looking down the line here, Brad Foster, did I miss anything? I said Dylan, Cam Fisk. Cam Fisk is an OG, he's been in the program for 3 years. So, and Cam Fisk, because they're all pointing out that some of them just found out tonight that Cam was on the golf team, but yes, Cam Fisk is here. Either way, and then we had a plethora of young guys that played for us this year. The future is really bright at Shalleck for golf. As this group moves on, the class of 2026, we anticipate that Coach Barron and I to still be competing for the division title and continue to compete for sectional titles and have just an enormous group of kids on our team. A couple things that stood out, then I'll wrap it up for the year, again, is, which I told some of the parents in there, we had so many kids on our golf team this year, and we never had one issue at the course. And golf's a little unique because you're playing with the public. And you go over there, and obviously some of us all hear golf, and they're gentlemen and women are there to have a good time, and our kids are courteous to them. They're very nice to our kids, and I so much appreciate the parents for producing these kids, but just as important, these wonderful kids that we had. The next thing it would be I'd like to thank is, like I said, we had a match this year where we were playing the sectional title, and we had our 6 kids up there. We were supposed to play Gloucester Catholic, and we couldn't make it back in time. Mr. Bolivar stepped up and said, you know what, hey, I'll take the kids over. And we had enough kids and quality golfers that we allowed 6 other kids to play against Gloucester Catholic in a varsity match. So to follow that, our true varsity were up playing in the sectional tournament in North Jersey, and we had enough kids that are good golfers that went and played and shot a 177 against Gloucester Catholic. Mr. Bolivar stepped up and did that, which he didn't have to do, and that meant a lot to us, and we thought it was kind of cool just to show the depth of our program. Another thing that was kind of cool, we were playing against Cumberland at the end of the year, and it was for the division. We had a couple kids that had the rare opportunity to go to a Phillies game. The Phillies never played home, not 81 times, but they had to go that day. So they were going to miss the game, and we had some juniors step up, and we weren't worried at all until the match started. Then we got a little worried, but going into it, I wasn't, because we had some of these kids here on the stage really stepped up, and obviously we won the division. So depth is wonderful here, and the kids are wonderful. And the last group I'd like to thank is the Centerton Country Club. I know it's a local course. Running Deer obviously gets a lot of the praise around our area. Centerton allows us to come over there with this many kids, never says we can't do something with our kids. They allow them out on the course. They allow them out on the range. They allow our kids to play as much as they want. And I just want to give Centerton Country Club a shout out, a business in our community that really is here for the kids. Thank you.